Welcome to the JV Impacts Podcast. We talk about motivation, health, and life. I'm your coach, Coach JV, your host, and I'm honored to be with you today. But I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words, and I'm sure you can repeat this, and become your reality. What you believe in your heart every single day and you repeat in your mind will make a shift in your overall subconscious mind, which will change your vibration and eventually will change your reality. Well, today we're going to go a little bit deeper into mindset. We've talked about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, thoughts becoming thing in my number one podcast, and then Monday I talked about your dominant thought. Well, today I'm going to talk about what's called a paradigm shift. So in order to make massive changes in your life, you need to have what's called a paradigm shift. Or through educating yourself, like watching videos like this, you may go through what's called a paradigm shift. A couple things that can cause a paradigm shift could be tragedy, maybe a loss of a loved one, an accident. Often when people are faced with death, they have a paradigm shift. Maybe someone loses all their money, they have a paradigm shift. But what really is a paradigm shift, and what is it going to take for you to move forward? But before we do, I want to remind you to go to www.3tmethod.com, where you can join my online fitness program, and you can go through a 12-week body transformation. If you want to get the book about the 3T method and the breakdown of the science with references to how it works scientifically, go to www.3tmethodfreebook.com. And that's about it. Hey, if you're listening audibly on iTunes, Lips, and Stitcher, go to my YouTube channel, 3T Fitness. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I'd love to meet you someday. All right, let's go right into a paradigm shift. This is really important to understand because in order to make massive change in your life, you're going to have some sort of paradigm shift. But what is a paradigm shift? A paradigm shift is a change in someone's view of the world or how they see things. I just want to explain it very simply. If you look at paradigm shift, there's a different exact definition. But basically what it is it's the way that you view things. And sometimes paradigm shifts are caused through tragedy. Maybe it's inspiration. And how do you develop a paradigm or something that, a belief system? It's the way you were raised, the schools you went to, maybe the neighborhood you grew up in, what your parents believed in, what your grandparents believe in, experiences you had. Maybe you went in the military like me and you got to see certain things. And then you were a bodybuilder. All these different things create your belief system and your culture. And your environment creates your culture, which you create your belief system, right? I've shifted from different paradigm shifts, different belief systems, different cultures, and now I'm Coach JV, surrounded by positive people all day. But let's talk about a paradigm shift and what you need to go through to make massive change. So I wrote is this a 9 or a 6? Think about that. Two people could be looking at this lane on the ground, right? And it's just one person, it looks like a 6, and the other person, it looks like a 9. Here's the beauty behind our perception. Our perception is our reality. So what we see in our personal conscious mind, our personal perception, what we think, touch, hear, smell, perceive as reality is ours. So my wife and I could look at this on the ground. She could say it's a 6. She could say it's a 9. I can't prove her wrong because that's her own perception of reality. That's her own paradigm, right? And in order to get her to shift to my paradigm, there would have to be something convincing to make her think that was a 9 versus me thinking it's a 6. All right, so let's look at a fish, right? If you're on the YouTube channel, you're going to see this. I see a small fish bowl, and then you have a big fish bowl. This goldfish is only a victim or a subject to its fish bowl, right? It only adapts to this right here. It can't see anything bigger than its fish bowl. But when you throw it into a bigger fish bowl, it has a new paradigm, right? Maybe it has some new rocks in there, maybe some new foliage, different things in there for that fish to see, and nothing shifts unless it moves to this different area, which changes its paradigm. Also, your worldviews is going to be your paradigm. So how do you have a paradigm shift? It's very important to understand this. How can you have a paradigm shift if you're stuck where you are and you keep hitting these terror barriers like Bob Proctor calls them? You hit the terror barrier, you back off. You go to start a business, something falls, you back off. You go to try to ask the girl out of your dreams, you hit the wall and then you back off. You try to go for that promotion, you get declined and you backed off. It's what's called a terror barrier. You back off all the time, and most human beings do that because you're not having a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift is changing your worldview or changing your view on how things work. So for example, if you were to get declined from a position instead of saying like most people, oh, screw that person that declined me, oh, it's all their fault, and you point the finger, a paradigm shift would be, you know what? Let me get some feedback and let me step back from a third-party perspective and find out what I can do to improve and go after that position again. That's a paradigm shift. Okay, you're looking at the 6 or the 9. You're just looking at it from a different perspective. In order to be successful, you need to have a paradigm shift. So if you're walking into a gym like 3T Fitness and you have all these negative connotations of gyms, of trainers, of fitness programs, of nutrition programs, you're going to need to have a paradigm shift and a worldview shift in order to be successful. And I wanted to share this with you guys. I've been talking a lot about the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, thoughts becoming things. But what I understood based on feedback is that I need to talk to people about the paradigm shift. You're going to need to have a paradigm shift in your life. And how do you create paradigm shifts? By using your thinking mind to program your subconscious mind and understanding that what you think about will come about. And as you start to think more positive and you start to put good information in your mind and start to input things that are going to help you move forward, and you program your subconscious mind to respond to your physiological body to put the energy out to the universe, you will start to have your own paradigm shift. You can force a paradigm shift into your life by reading good books, by going down some rabbit holes in YouTube around mindset and motivation. You can create a paradigm shift. But don't let tragedy create the paradigm shift for you. Find inspiration, find motivation, find a reason why you can have a paradigm shift. So if you're stuck, I need you to start working on getting unstuck by finding a way or finding a path to someone who has done it already or someone who is successful. Find that path. And what will happen is, as you start to study successful people, you start to study the people that have been on your journey that you want to get to, you're going to start to have a paradigm shift. But I'll end with this. You have to be open-minded to have a paradigm shift. You have to be extremely open-minded. And the things you did in the past that aren't working, you have to leave them in the past. Because remember, the past no longer exists, so you need to stop being paralyzed by it. The future's not even here, so you need to stop worrying about it. The only thing you can do is be present in this moment. Learn to be present, learn to accept the experiences coming your way, and learn that you're in control of your future by controlling your conscious mind, helping your subconscious mind create physiological responses to your body, which creates energy, which like attracts like. So watch your paradigm shift as you control your thinking mind. So I just want to share with you guys what a paradigm shift is. All it basically is your perception of reality. In order to have a paradigm shift, you're changing the way that you think about something. It's really that simple. Sounds simple, right? But it's time to break free. It's time to break free from the chains. It's time to move forward. It's time to open up your thinking mind to the possibilities that you have as a human being. So my name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. That's a paradigm shift. I've been saying that for the last 7 months, and our podcast is going, boo, skyrocketing. Now, why is it skyrocketing? Because I'm telling my subconscious mind, I'm telling the world through this microphone and through this camera, TV, whatever you want to call it, every single day that I'm the top health and mindset coach in the world. My subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real or fake. It's responding to my physiological body, and people are responding to me as I'm the top health and mindset coach in the world. So, like attracts like. I'll see you at the top, and I'd love to join you. I love you very much, but damn well, don't let me love you more than you love yourself. Talk to you soon.